Hello there guys, Feng here, and welcome to Democracy 3. Okay, so Democracy 3 puts you at the helm of the Prime Minister. It's your job to keep people happy, keep people healthy, keep the economy going, and try not to get killed while doing it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, it was on sale recently on Steam. I think it might still be 50% off. And also there was some DLC released for it a few days ago, which I've got as well, which is really cool. There you go. This is the social engineering, which is really cool. It adds a lot of new policies and stuff. Okay, let's just quickly show you the options menu. Now, this is not a first-person shooter, so don't expect any decent graphic options. All you've got is a window size and full screen. Obviously, you've got your volume sliders. And there's also game options, so dilemmas. You can these are all toggleable on and off. Dilemmas, these are basically random events that happen during each quarterly report, which is really cool. Assassinations, you can take these on and off. So, yep, we're keeping it on because it adds flavour. Randomised start is actually a really nice one to have as well, especially if you like me like to play the same country. So if you keep playing, say, the UK with a randomised start, it will always start off with different kind of things going on, which is really cool. Political capital, and now this is actually, the political capital is needed to be able to change policies and implement new policies and to cancel policies. So you can take this off. If you take this off, then basically you're unlimited to do what you want. If you've got it on, then you can only do a certain amount of stuff in one turn, which is a tad bit more realistic. Political honeymoon, this actually gives you a high level of capital when you get first elected, and of course auto save and all that bollocks. Okay, let's start a new game. So, few countries you can choose. We've got United Kingdom, France, Germany, United States, Canada, and Australia. Cool. So, we're going to go with United Kingdom, since I'm British, of course. And as you can see, there's actually a few numbers here. So you can see our population is 63 million. That was right as of July 2012. It's obviously a bit more than that now, I would have thought. Apparently our tea consumption is 2.3 kilograms per person. Nonsense. I don't drink tea, I drink coffee. And also our obesity rate is 23% of the population, which is quite high. So yeah, it's all cool. It's all cool. We're going to crack on with it. So, player's party name. We're going to have the Feng party. Have I got to call it party? The Fengferth. Yeah, let's call it the Fengferth. That will do. Now, there's one thing I need to tell you. I'm absolutely crap at politics, so this is going to be absolutely superb. Okay. So term length in years, we're gonna keep it at 4. Term limit, you can basically have an unlimited game if you want, but we're gonna stick it to 3. Now you can change stuff like hurricanes and earthquakes and compulsory voting and stuff. Now obviously in the UK we don't have none of that except for the monarchy. So, but I am actually going to turn hurricanes on because as of the last half decade, we have been having a lot of mini tornadoes which have been a bit devastating, so we'll stick that on. Obviously you've got the difficult sliders as well as innate socialism, innate liberalism, and political apathy. So yeah, you can change those if you want. I'm not going to, so let's play. Okie dokie. So, congratulations on your election victory. Yay! Okay, so this is just a rough overview of the current state of the country. So, the gross domestic product, or GDP, is very low, which means we're not going to get much money, and our actual currency is not worth an awful lot. Health is generally okay, could be better. Same with education. Unemployment is absolutely terrible, we need to sort that out. Crime is at its highest ever, which is even worse, and of course our poverty is not looking too great either. So let's begin our term of office. Welcome to Button Simulator 2014. After you've finished laughing to yourself, it's actually not that bad. The interface is very, oh my god, what am I doing? But it's actually pretty easy. So, okay, So you've actually got 4 different buttons to look at, 4 different colours. So the first one and the main ones are the white ones. Now these are your policies. So as you can see, we're going to click on this, and here is your policy: roll building. So you can actually increase the roll building if you want. This will increase the costs, but it will make motorists happy, and it will increase car usage. But of course, sometimes they'll have detrimental effects. So obviously, as you can see there, the environmentalists will actually go down. They won't like me as much. Unemployment will actually go down, which is a good thing. Same with traffic congestion. That's actually a good thing that's going down. But it's going to cost a lot, and we haven't got that sort of money. So we're going to just cancel that. Now, the great thing about this as well is that if you actually hover over the button, it shows you what it actually changes. So as you can see here, roll building is increasing car usage. It is also decreasing traffic congestion, which is good. It's decreasing our views with the environmentalists, though, unfortunately. But of course, it's increasing it with motorists, which is cool. And it's also decreasing unemployment, which is a good thing too. Now, these blue ones are basically the kind of economy kind of thing. So as you can see, this is the traffic congestion. If it gets too high, then maybe stuff might happen. So you might get gridlock and stuff like that. And these come in forms of the red buttons. So as you can see, there's a lot of red stuff going on over here. These are detrimental effects that will really affect the economy and stuff. So organised crime. Now, no one likes organised crime, but the cause of it is well, actually, it's just generally high, and that's probably more likely due to the fact that we don't have much police. So if we go to alcohol is probably usually the main source of this. So as you can see, we've got a lot of alcohol abuse in the UK. It's fucking rocketing. Look at that. Jesus Christ. And it's costing a lot. It's costing our health services a lot. It's making more crime, and it's also detrimental to health, as you can see the effects. Now, the causes of it is because of the increase in poverty, the increase of unemployment. Community policing is helping to lower it down a bit. But alcohol consumption is dreadfully high, and we need to figure out ways to try and combat this, because obviously this is one of the main reasons why there's so much crime in the first place. Now, there's also obviously other things as well. So we've got vigilante mobs, which again is very high, but again, this is because of the amount of crime that's going on, and the police forces aren't really dealing with it. And of course, it's having negative effects on the Conservatives and tourism, and it's making ghettos, which is not good. Okie dokie then, there's also other things as well. So obviously we've got uncompetitive economy, which is really bad as well. It's really badly affecting our gross domestic product. So yeah, we need to be really careful about that. And also technology backwater is also decreasing now as well. So yeah, we need to be very careful about that. There's a lot of stuff to take in. There really is. So at the moment we've got 23 political capital to work on. We have an income of 271 billion. We've got an expenditure of 280 billion. We've got a deficit of 8 billion, which is quite a lot, and a really bad debt of 808 billion. God, that's bad. And this is the time. This shows you how long you've got until the next election. And these buttons are other stuff that we'll go through a bit later. Okay, so what should we focus on first? Oh, I haven't told you about this either. So, yeah, you got popularity here. Now, this is this popularity bar shows you how likely people are to elect you. Now, at the moment, it's not going to be a lot. Go away, tutorial. It's not going to be a lot. In fact, yeah, as you can see, the current value, only 7% of the population will actually vote for me, which is not good. And as you can see, I'm not very... yeah, capitalists absolutely hate me. The middle income hate me. The trade unionists hate me. But the retired and the environmentalists absolutely love me. And the others are kind of okay. They're kind of neutral to me. One thing you might notice about these bars as well is that, can you see the grey bar as well? That one there, and as you can see there, that shows how much the population is actually that kind of thing. So obviously, socialists, we've got 76% of the population are actually socialists, and we've got 42% of the population are also conservatives. Now, you can actually, people will not just be only socialist, and people won't just only be conservatives. They can be other things as well. So you can have a religious socialist, for example, or a religious motorist socialist, which is the reason why obviously the percentages don't quite add up. Kind of confusing, yeah. And everyone, of course, is everyone. You know, some things affect absolutely everyone. Like tobacco tax affects everyone. Street gangs, of course, affects everyone. And so does crime and violent crimes. It's not very nice. So at the moment, we need to think of a way to get more income than expenditure, and we also need to deal with these issues as well, these red issues. So we'll probably focus more on getting the policing out of the way first. So the way we need to tackle this is to bring our alcohol consumption down, because that is one of the major things that actually contribute into the crime rate. So there's a few things we can do this. We can increase the tax of alcohol, which we will probably do. Now, when you go to this bar, you'll see that you've got your fist icon with your capital, your political capital, and it shows you the effects. It shows you how much it costs to actually raise or lower, or even cancel entirely. So raising this will actually cost nothing. It doesn't matter how far you raise it or lower it, it will always cost the same, which is a bit weird, to be fair, but that's how the game works. So yeah. So I think we're gonna have an alcohol tax of 50. Now you can see the effects here. So it'll increase our income to 15 billion, which is nice. The poor is going to get even poorer. They're not going to have a very good, they're not going to like me at all. Poverty is going to increase. Equality is going to decrease. And alcohol consumption is going to decrease. This is the major one. We need to decrease the amount of alcohol that's being consumed. So, let's apply the changes. Yes. And there we go. So we've got 14 capital left. Now there's a few other things we can do. We can implement new policies, which is what we're going to try and do now. So we're going to implement alcohol awareness campaign. So that's under welfare. Alcohol can be dangerous, even in moderation. To raise awareness of that, this campaign will show all the trouble that alcohol can get you into, from rude friendships over accidents and addiction, sickness and death. Certainly not a happy topic, but it's always better to have your mood dampened a little now and stay sober to suffer big time later. Okie dokie. Dan, not two. So as you can see, it will take some time to implement this. It will take 2 quarters. The political capital cost of actually implementing it is only 2, so that's pretty good. Also shows the potential costs and income. Now obviously you're not going to get much income from doing this, and it will cost a little bit, but not much. We can probably spare that much, so we're going to just raise to maximum. And as you can see, it will decrease alcohol consumption by 8%, 8.71%. Now there is actually a number to the right, this little number here. This shows you how long it's going to take for this to fully implement. So it'll take, first of all, the actual awareness campaign will take 2 quarters. There we go. Feng, what you thinking? Yeah, so it's going to take 2 quarters to actually implement, and then 12 quarters to actually get to its full thing. Yeah. So yeah, kind of. Now we've only got 12 left, so we need to think about what else to do. We need to sort out this income problem. Now we could implement new taxes, and that's probably what we end up doing. So we could do a plastic bag tax, which doesn't give an awful lot. It does actually cost a little bit to start up, but it can give you a bit more of an income. So we're going to do that. Now the environmentalists are going to be very happy, but the capitalists are going to absolutely hate us, and that comes into effect straight away. So yeah, we'll do that, and we might even be able to do junk food tax as well. So yeah, we can do that. That's exactly the same kind of thing. Health will be increased overall because of it, which is a good thing. Poverty will unfortunately increase as well, and so poor earnings will decrease, and youths won't like me that much at all. So, but that's life. So there we go. And now we've only got 2 left. Now when you end your term, it'll go to the next quarter. And any political capital you've got left over will actually carry on over. I think there is a maximum now, so you can't just carry loads and loads and loads over. So, let's go next. Click to return to government. And I don't need the tutorial, go away. It's because I haven't done it on this computer yet. That's why I've played on the laptop. Okay, so as you can see, poverty's increased. Yay! That's a bad thing. Okay, so this is the dilemma. Stop and search. There are demands from the police for the power to stop and search people on street if they believe that individual may be guilty of a crime. Currently, our police cannot search someone without formally arresting them. So introducing these powers will actually help, deter crime. So yeah, we'll implement that. I think the Liberals won't like us for that, but who cares? At least it will decrease crime, which there's a lot of. Now it's going to show you the budget report. We actually have a surplus, which is nice. We've actually got a surplus of 4 billion. It's not a lot, but it might help with the debt, I guess, so that's a good thing. Poll report. Only 7% want to vote for me. Yay. Also, a security briefing. It just so the Human Rights Society are kind of encouraging their members to oppose me, which is kind of crappy. And of course, the cabinet report. Your cabinet can actually, depending on who they like, in fact, I'm just going to show you. So here's the cabinet, right? Some cabinet have sympathies towards certain classes, certain people. So as you can see, Ms. Hematours sympathises with the environmentalists and the liberal. So yeah, so if they're getting treated right, then she will treat you right. Sounds a bit well, doesn't it? But yeah, that's basically it works. So as you can see, I don't think we're very good with the liberals, and now the environmentalists are, and the liberals kind of are. But she's not giving me that much. She's not giving me that much political capital a turn. And this is how much you actually get depending on the people. So as you can see, we're actually getting 24 per turn at the moment. Now this will obviously go up and down depending on what you do. You can also fire them and rehire. And you can also reshuffle the entire cabinet and rehire. So it's pretty cool. But it does cost capital to do that. So just bear that in mind. Also there is benefits as well. I probably should have mentioned this. But there is also benefits. If they're very experienced at the job, then depending on what they're good with, so for example if we look at taxes, so as you can see, Ron Miller has a 46% effectiveness. It's going to unfortunately decrease the income and the effects, but the implementation time is also pretty increased a little bit, so yeah, that's cool. Okay then, so let's see, we're actually in credit here at the moment. We actually got a surplus, which is good. But we still need to worry about what's going on with the alcohol abuse. So at the moment, it looks like it's not being implemented quick enough. So we might need some more police, law and order stuff. Let's see. I think we should. I'm debating whether we should allow tasers into the law. Do we need them? Maybe we just need to buff up our police force a little bit, and I think that's probably what we'll end up doing. So as you can see, it's going to have quite a massive effect on crime and violent crimes. I'm only going to bump it up to 8 billion, I think. So there we are, it's going to cost 8 billion at the moment. Raising it actually is only going to cost 4 political capital, whereas lowering it would actually cost a hell of a lot more. But it's going to decrease unemployment, which is good. It's going to decrease street gangs, which is what we need, as well as alcohol abuse and vigilante mobs, especially vigilante mobs. And of course, it's going to decrease crime and violent crime. And of course the Conservatives and the state employees will be somewhat happy. Okay, so let's change that. Now we got ghettos as well. Now ghettos is usually caused by inequality as well. In fact, it actually affects equality really badly because of the racial tension. So we need to sort out something with that. So we've got community policing, which is actually decreasing racial tension, as well as the Race Discrimination Act. That sounds well, I know, but it's not what you think. Yeah. Oh crap! Oh god, I lost it now. Well done, Feng. Unemployment is a major cause of it though as well, and so is poverty and immigration and foreign relations. So maybe we should think about maybe increasing our foreign relations a little bit. We do have fairly strict border controls, but that's kind of needed. Otherwise, because if we get too many immigrants, then it's just gonna cock up everything. So we need to be really careful about that. Military spending, we don't really need that yet. So I think what we're gonna do is we can actually kill 2 birds with 1 stone at the moment. At the moment, we've got a really bad, uncompetitive economy. One of the main reasons is because of the productivity, which is because of the international trade. So, what we're going to do is we're going to implement import tariffs. Now, this is actually going to give us a little bit of income. It's going to decrease uncompetitive economy, which is what we need. Desperately what we need, but it is going to affect foreign relations. It's also going to affect international trade, but the patriots will absolutely love us and the capitalists. So yeah, we're going to increase so we get about 6 million. There we go. Brilliant. Okie dokie. What we probably want to end up doing as well is maybe I might introduce that taser law, or we could actually increase the alcohol age, which is actually not a bad idea, but yeah, we've only got 30. We need 13 capital for that. I might just yeah, I can't actually implement it either now because I've run out of capital. Is there anything else we can possibly do to sort this out with the amount of political capital we've got? Tourism ad, diplomatic service. This will actually boost the foreign relations, so that we've just got rid of, and then we can actually implement it again, so it'll increase our foreign relations. It's going to cost just under $1 billion, but it will be worth it in the long run, I think. So let's do that, and then we'll end turn. Okie dokie then, debt protection law. So debt collectors agencies have been in the news because of the aggressive methods they are using to extract payment from people who owe large sums of money. These debt collection agencies provide credit to people whom larger, more respectable companies will not lend money. The law is proposed to limit the ways in which such agencies can operate. We can either limit them, or we can allow agencies to operate. Now, obviously, I'm actually going to limit them. Yeah, I think I'm going to limit them. I know how those kind of places work, so yeah, we're definitely going to limit them. We currently have a minor budget deficit of 1.34 billion. Which is not good. It's not cause for concern, but kind of is. Alright, fine. So one of the main ways, one of the main ways to actually increase the income is to get your GDP quite high, which it's going down. Yay! Did I mention I can't talk today? Actually, I haven't actually got a drink handy, which is a shame. Normally got a cup of coffee or something. And now technology is a massive. It does decrease the cause of this, but I don't think we're not really giving much funding towards the science, which we kind of need to do. Right, our vigilance mobs are going down, which is good. Alcohol consumption is going down. Street gangs are going down too, but that's because mainly of poverty and unemployment. Also the crime as well. Organised crime is the same. Ghettos are still the same. There's still a lot of racial tendencies, but I look at it. Mainly due to the unemployment. So maybe we should probably consider doing something else. Maybe... Can't we? We still can't... no, we can't do tasers. What do we need for that? We need 25 political capital, and we've got 24. Drug addiction itself is bad enough already, and dirty or infected needles are an additional danger for drug addicts. To help out, needle exchange program will help addicts get clean needles, and also try and fight drug abuse. I'm trying to think what else we could have police drones. That might help. Yeah, we could do that. It's going to cost 2 billion. That's a lot of money. We could start private prisons, I guess, and have it at the minimum, or prison tagging. Gated communities. I know what I could just do. I could just try and yeah, community policing is a pretty good one. I think I'm just going to bump that up by $1 billion. There we go. Actually costs nothing to raise, which is absolutely hilarious. What else shall we do? Let's think about food stamps or free school meals, just to increase relatively everyone, really. Everyone's opinion of me. You got to think about all these things. So we've actually got an asthma epidemic as well because of the environment. That's something we'll have to sort out soon as well. I think I'm going to decrease the road building a little bit. I'm going to lower it because it's costing an awful lot, and we don't really want too much car usage yet. And it will also knock down, it will also help with the asthma situation we're in. So yes, let's do that. Let's decrease that. We've got 6 left, and I think I'm just going to leave it at that and see what happens next quarter. Okay, so price lists are theft and credit rating down. Not good, particularly, is it? No, no at all. Our GDP is now going down even more. Okay, then. So this is usually the part where I piss off the religious people. We want to try and get this technology backwater done as soon as possible. So we can't actually raise it enough because we need 30. But we want to try and teach evolution only. This will really piss off the religious people, but it will also reduce their membership. And what will actually happen is if you do that, then yeah, go away. If you do that, then the amount of religious people will actually go down, which is actually kind of a good thing. You know, we're bound to piss some people off, but if we can reduce the amount of people we actually piss off, then yeah, that would be even better. But of course, not only that, it's going to have a massive effect on liberals and liberalism. It's also going to decrease our technological backwater, which is what we need. So, not evolution, yeah, evolution only, what I'm on about. Yeah, that's right. It's going to decrease the technology backwater. We can't do it this quarter. We could probably do it next quarter. So let's think about doing something else for the time being. Maybe we can start thinking about what's our income. Our income's still quite low. We could think about doing some for the farmers. Let's do something for the farmers. I feel generous. Let's do something for the farmers. Organic farming subsidy. Supporters of organic farming say that the state should subsidise this method of farming because of the perceived health benefits of food without artificial flavourings and additives. Naturally, this is probably for farmers and environmentalists, but some people see it as a pointless distortion of what should be a free market. It won't go away. Don't have to put too much into it, just enough so that the environmentalists and farmers are happy. Capitalists are going to hate us no matter what. Capitalists seem to be the hardest kind of demographic to actually impress, you know, to actually I don't know, it's really weird, but yeah, farmers are gonna increase in their income, and the environmentalists are gonna be happy as well as their income as well. So yeah, let's do that. 1.93 billion, and that might also increase our GDP, which is drastically going down because of all this crap going on. There's the alcohol issue coming on. It's actually starting to slow down a little bit. Vigilante mobs are still high. Ghettos are extremely high still. Organised crime's still a problem. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the... Yeah, I'm going to get the evolution up. Or I think... No, I'll get the taser guns. Taser guns will help a lot. Freedom of information. There has been calls for a law to increase the availability of information held on database about citizens without their knowledge. These include the records held by private medical companies, insurance companies and debt collector agencies, as well as information held by government departments. I think I'm going to reject the proposal. Yeah, and nothing's really changed that much though, in that regard. So, that's interesting. Yeah, right, let's get some taser guns in. Okay, then, so law and order. Where's my tasers? There we go. And that costs 2 billion for... No, let's do that. Let's do it. We'll piss off the liberals a little bit, but they're kind of happy with us anyway, so, you know, it's not too big of a deal. And I think that's pretty much it. We do need to sort out our deficit, though. Credit rating down even more. Global economy is in recession. Crime's going down, which is good. GDP is also going down, which is not good. We're not doing too well here, and we might have to think about considering increasing some sort of tax. Alcohol I've already done. I don't really want to do that again. There's the inheritance tax, which will piss off the wealthy, but it'll increase inequality a lot. Wow. It'll piss off the retired though, and the high earnings and middle income. Let's put it to 50. There we go. Let's do that. We've got 5 political capital left. I think we'll leave it at that. Click to return to government. Superheroes out with the crime. Yay. Uncompetitive economy is now subsided. That is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And our GDP is actually going up because of it now. And crime's going down still. Brilliant. So now we've got that rolling. What I probably might want to do is... Oh my god, the income is so low. I don't really want to keep putting taxes on taxes. Especially with... tobacco might not be too bad. I think we can't raise it anyway. It's 27 capital. We might have to think about doing something with our cabinet, because some of them aren't really giving us enough. Yeah, tax. He's really pissed off because the Conservative parents aren't happy. Well, I suppose we could do something with that. I mean, I could do free school meals. Now, of course, it's going to cost us more, but it might be worthwhile doing. Free school meals. Where am I? Free school meals. Where's it gone? Am I dumb? There it is. 100% popularity. Oh my god. Yeah, everyone's going to love this. Yeah, it increases absolutely everything, which is great, and decreases poverty. Yeah, I think that's definitely worthwhile putting in, even if it's going to put me in a higher deficit. It's going to help out over time. We've got 15 capital left, but I think I'm going to save it. So next quarter. Message from the minister. Yes, I thought he was going to be pissed off at me, so we need to change that. Unemployment is going down and poverty is going down. Yes. Curb banking bonuses. Oh, definitely restrict them. Let's piss off the capitalists even more. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, brilliant. So, in fact, our socialist poor are now going up. They're seeing us as, a positive influence and whatever. We've got 34 capital. I am going to sack you. Now, we need to look for another minister who wants the tax job. So, you don't have to do that though. You can actually give it to someone else if you want, but they won't be as efficient as it with it. Capitalists and farmers. That sounds like a really bad idea, because capitalists absolutely hate us. Liberal and patriot. Yeah, it's not too bad. Experience is not good. Experience is actually pretty good with Christian, or whatever. Let's go with Christian more. There we go. Brilliant. Okie dokie then. So we've got 33. What are we going to do now? That's a very good question. How is our crime going on? Okay, so the alcohol abuse has gone down. That's fine. We actually have to get to the green bar for it to completely go. And this can actually trigger again in the future if it goes towards the start trigger, which is the red line. So yeah, we need to be really careful about that. But yeah, alcohol's coming down. Street gangs are shooting way down. Organised crime is still a problem, as well as ghettos. Ghettos are still a problem. Don't forget, it takes an absolute eternity for the street vigilante monsters, street gangs to actually decrease. So, and vigilante mobs are still around actually, which I didn't realise. We should probably apply more to the police force. Fuck it, just get maximum. It's going to cost a lot, but it's only 4 to raise. In fact, we had a surplus of 4.72 million then. That's because of that technological uncompetitive economy even, sorry. We still need to do something about science funding. I think I'm just going to bump this up to 9 million. Let's just do that. 9 billion, sorry, not 9 million. There we go. That might increase things a little bit. We still have a few armless, which is unfortunate. We've got 23 capital. We could do other things. I don't want to get too overboard though. I might do a welfare food department. Because it increases the happiness of the middle income. It only affects the poor very slightly, and the Conservatives like it too. Plus, we actually get a little bit of money since we find fraudulent claimers. So yeah, that's good. Let's do that. And I think I'll leave it at that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to the next quarter. Ban same-sex marriage. No, well, there we. That's fine. Crime and poverty's down. Okie dokie. Credit rating as BB. This is a bad sign. It's pushing up the rate of interest we pay on our debt. We must address this. Yeah, we need to pay back the debt. I don't know. I actually don't know what the end result is if you don't pay back the debt. Intriguing. Middle income love me. State employees love me. Conservatives love me. Parents don't. Parents are still really worried about that bloody asthma epidemic, which means we need to start sorting out something about our environment. Our income has shot down again. Wow, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. And this is the thing with random starts. You know, sometimes you might get a start that's like this, and you can't do fuck all about it. You just can't. What else are we gonna do? Stamp out racism, wait. Let's try and get them ghettos out. There we go. Let's do that. It's not too much. It's not even $500 million, so that's fine. We need to do something for the parents. We really need to get something done for the parents. Maybe food stamps might be a good idea. It's actually 96% popularity. It's really going to help. It actually doesn't actually affect parents, which is really unusual, but it helps the poor, helps poor earnings, decreases poverty, increases socialism, and the farmers' income and definitely equality. It's $5 billion now. It's a lot of money. Let's knock it to $1 billion for the time being. I can always raise it whenever, and we still need some for the parents. Youth clubs? No, that's for the youths. We need some for the free parenting classes. Yeah, we could do that. It actually increases parents' membership as well. Yeah, let's just stick it to maximum. There we go. I'm going to keep it at that, and then we'll see how it goes. I might actually need to up some of the tax on something. Got to be careful though, because if you increase the tax too much, then people actually start avoiding taxes, and that's actually a really bad negative. Because you then go to lower the tax to such a degree that it's going to really badly affect you. So you got to be careful about that sort of stuff. We could introduce a carbon tax or car tax, but again, you got to be careful about what I don't usually go for the luxury goods tax usually, because it's really detrimental to the wealthy, which is already in a bad mood with me as it is. So I think I'm going to leave it at that, and we'll see the next quarter. Capitalist plot. Oh no. Our intelligence network had identified a potentially serious plot by a number of wealthy industrialists to force and overthrow the government. The plot seems to be in early stages, and we're not in any position to make arrests, but it's clear that some capitalists consider it desirable to engineer a replacement for the current government. Yes, the capitalists absolutely adore me at the moment. Miracle operation, which increases everyone's yay. Street gangs are now gone, and so are vigilante mobs. Thank God. Crime's going down, poverty's going down. This is great, and our popularity has actually increased since, and we've actually got 63% of the votes. Oh my God, this is looking good. This is actually looking a hell of a lot better now. We've only managed to resolve a few issues, but we've managed to increase the values and stuff, so not too bad so far. Okay then guys, I'll see you for the next one.